Yes, we can start if you want.
Hello everyone, my name is CEMRE YESIL. Before starting, I would like to thank Cem Hoca for giving us this opportunity. I am currently a fourth-year computer engineering student, and today I will make a presentation about academic success and effective GPA management. I managed to maintain a high GPA throughout my academic journey, and in my first year, in my first 2 semesters, I achieved 4 GPA. And currently, I am in my 8th semester, which is the last semester, and I have 3.84 overall GPA. Today, I want to share some practical strategies that help me to achieve academic success. So in this presentation, I will talk about 3 main things: why GPA matters, how to manage GPA effectively, and some final advice based on my academic experience. Over the past few years, I have taken many challenging courses, and I learned that academic success is not only about intelligence, it is about strategy, planning, and discipline. In this presentation, I will share the methods, the tactics that help me to be academically successful and get high GPA. Let's start with the why GPA matters. So this question comes up a lot these days because many people think GPA does not really help, and they think that achieving high GPA is just a waste of time. They believe that spending time on projects rather than lectures are more beneficial for their careers. However, that is not true. GPA helps you in many things, and you can achieve high GPA while doing projects with working smart, not hard. I can give myself and my friend Alper as an example for that. We did many projects while doing high GPAs, and for example, we became second place in Teknofest Air Defense System competition in Turkey while doing high GPA. So what GPA really helps for? First of all, GPA directly affects scholarship opportunities. To give one example, for Cypriot students, there is a scholarship that is given by government only for students who make over than 3.75 GPA. Shortly, a higher GPA increases your chance significantly in scholarship selection process. And secondly, of course, GPA is important for student exchange programs. If you want to study abroad through exchange programs, GPA is one of the main selection criteria. And another point is your GPA very critical if you want to study for master degree. Universities usually consider 2 main things. First, of course, your GPA, and the second is the language knowledge proficiency. A strong GPA gives you a major advantage in these applications. Finally, GPA also plays an important role in internships and career opportunities. Many people think that GPA does not matter in sector, but it actually reflects your discipline and proves your knowledge. Personally, I completed 3 internships during my academic journey in this 4 year, and my GPA helped me a lot during the elimination process of these internships. Many companies use GPA as an initial filtering criteria, especially for internships. They are eliminated according to GPA because students don't have much experience yet. Also in job applications, again, GPA shows your discipline and proves your knowledge. So they help in job applications as well. Let's talk about the most important part, how to manage your GPA. First of all, before starting this part, I want to say that everyone is different, and one method that works for me may not work for you. So instead of giving specific study methods, I want to share some general principles and experience that may help all of you in this presentation. These strategies help me to maintain a strong GPA, and I think that you can adapt them based on your own learning style. Okay, so first principle you should know is if you start strong, you will finish strong. This always worked for me. The first 2 weeks of the semester are very important. Many students underestimate this period, but this early stage build your whole semester program. If you start to study topics before they are taught in the lecture, you will understand topics much better in lectures. And all lectures will be like a review for you, and everything will be simpler and less stressful. And many of us studies last week before the exam, and I'm not going to lie, I did this a couple of times as well, and then goes on a very stressful, unhealthy, sleepy times. And maybe this can save you for that exam, but it does not worth it. It does not worth it because you will forget all these informations after a week. So why go through a stressful time when you can achieve better results with much easier and less stressful way? With last day studies, even if you pass the exam, you will forget nearly everything you learned afterward. So for example, which topics do you remember from past semester? Yes, you can't remember all of them, but with last day study, you will forget almost everything. So starting from first weeks and summarizing in lectures without being stressed, not just will get you high grades, but also you will learn these informations permanently and be able to use these informations in your projects and life. Because with this method, you first try to learn by your own in your home in 2 weeks, and you answer the questions that stuck in your mind in the lectures. So you review the topic twice, and before the exam week, you will just make a revision and be ready for the exam. With this way, I can guarantee you that you will feel less overwhelmed, less stressed, and reach better results with less effort. The second point is, of course, study smart, not hard. We hear this sentence a lot. So what I mean with that, don't try to start from zero and study everything in detail. I know many people in the department who spends more time studying just the introduction chapter more than all the other chapters combined. Instead of doing that, birinin mikrofonu açık herhalde.
Rens,
Dear
please
friends, could you
mute your
check your
microphone when the
microphone?
speaker is online. Hello,
Yes.
how are you? I was late a bit. Okay, keep going on. I think Samet will mute all their, attendance microphones. Okay.
Okay, hocam.
Continue.
I'm continuing. So instead of just studying the introduction chapter, instead of doing that, first skim and read shortly all the topics, analyze the course outline maybe, and understand what you are actually learning in this course. This is very important. After understanding what is the course is about, prioritize the important topics. For example, instead of studying introduction chapter 1 hour, just read it for 10 minutes and spend the remaining 50 minutes on more important topics. Many students also make another mistake. For example, there may be a topic like lists in Python that can be learned in 1 day maybe, but they try to learn everything about lists, including all details like advanced methods, uncommon use cases which they will never use. This will take many more days to learn. This is not logical, not smart, not realistic. Just focus on learning what you need to learn and understand the main idea. Never over-exaggerate or be afraid of one topic. Just analyze it, figure out the idea, and prioritize the main topics, and study smart, not hard. As I mentioned before, prioritization is very important, and I do this a lot. Not all courses and topics have the same importance. Don't just start studying blindly. First, open your eyes, then study. First, analyze and prepare a workflow and pathway to study important topics first. Other than these basic strategies, I followed some methods that can help you. For example, I created a daily study plan during my second semester. Let me open it. Yes, I created this file in my second semester. It includes everything I did daily. And you can see that I didn't study it every day. For example, after the midterm week, I didn't study for half a week. But still, I managed to do for GPA. Also, if you check the file, you can see that I didn't study a lot in one day, just for lab task for this day, for example. In this day, I just studied for history. I didn't I never overwhelmed myself. Maybe you can do this planning as well. Maybe in your notebook, Excel, or you can use some other applications like Notion. This can help. Finally, when I felt overloaded, I allowed myself to relax or change my study environment, like going to library to study or cafe. This can also help. And if you need help, you can text me whenever you want. I can help. I am also a volunteer tutor on Python course, Introduction to Python 107, and Programming Fundamentals. Yes.
I will cut you from this point. Students having difficulty on the courses, we have also service for the new students. We are giving tutorial lectures to some students from the advanced, for example, like you from the third year students. They give, okay, the department chair, Ahmet Hoca, is organizing this process. If you have any difficulty of understanding any course, especially for the first year, you can go to Ahmet Hoca and ask, I want some tutor and to help me about any course you want from the department, okay? They can also use this, facility to improve their, knowledge, and then they can be ready for the exam. It's also very important. I want to, remind you this one as well. Okay, keep going, please.
Yes, this can help you. Before I finish, I would like to share a few final pieces of advice. Achieving high GPA is worth it, but it is not enough to be a good engineer. We should not forget to turning these theoretical informations to practical and use them in projects like Alper mentioned. And yes, you can study past exams and last day and get a good grade in exams, but this is not enough for a high GPA and not enough for becoming good engineer. You need to understand the concepts instead of just memorizing. If you start studying first 2 weeks of the semester slowly, just analyzing, prioritizing the topics, and go over what you studied in the lectures, then you will understand concepts much better. You will also feel less stressed before exams, and also you will not forget these informations after a while. To conclude, academic success is not only about intelligence or being smart. It is about planning consistency and studying smart. If it was about intelligence, my friend Alper wouldn't get this high GPA. Just joking. As I mentioned before, it shows your discipline. I hope my experience helped you during your academic journey. You can reach me via mail, LinkedIn, or WhatsApp. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, I can answer.